And welcome back to another filming of Captain's Call. I'm Captain John Bushy.
And I'm Command Master Chief Michael Wilkins. And with us today is...
PS2 Brooks.
All right, and today we're coming from PSD, and we are as live as this recording can make us. So, PS2, how about if you kick us off with the first news topic of the day?
All right, first thing we have, sir, is Smart Girls Summer Program. The Atsugi Teen Center has collaborated with the Branch Health Clinic and Fleet and Family Support Center to offer a free, unique girls-only workshop called Smart Girls. This program gives girls basic knowledge about important but sensitive life events like bullying, dating, cyber etiquette, healthy habits, and many more. The workshop is open to girls ages 10 to 17 and meets every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 a.m. to noon at the Teen Center. Please call FFSC at 264-3372 for more info.
All right, so your 2015 Navy Ball is on its way. The Navy Ball tickets are now on sale. Tickets are $30 for E4 and Junior, and for GS5 and Junior. $40 for E5, E6, and GS6 through GS8, and $50 for E7 through E9 and GS9 and Senior. For JMSDF and all ranks, at all ranks, the cost is 5,500 yen. After September 1st, prices will go up, so be sure to get your tickets now.
I think that the Navy Ball also includes officers, so the officers' rate would be the E7 through E9
I believe so.
rate as well.
I was hoping that we'd be invited, but
I was hoping that a few officers would be invited as well, but
yeah,
we'll make sure we work on that there. So the
Sounds
Navy
good to me.
College is testing for the Defense Language Proficiency DLPT and the Defense Language Aptitude Battery DLAB for short. Testing is available September 4th. ACT is scheduled for September 3rd. Seats are limited. I need you to go call Navy College, get a reservation. You can make an appointment at 264-3280.
All right, next we have the Tourist Passport Service. The NAF Atsugi Admin Department is now able to process tourist passports. To be eligible for the service, sailors or their families must be attached to NAF Atsugi and have filled out the required DS-11 or DS-82 form, which can be found on the State Department website. To schedule an appointment, please call 264-3697.
All right, Far East Cafe special meal. It is that time again. The Far East Cafe will be hosting the special meal on August 26th. All DoD, civilians, dependents, retirees, and JMSDF are welcome. For personnel without a U.S. DoD or Geneva identification card, please have an active duty member escort you. This month's special meal includes grilled T-bone steak, baked lobster with garlic butter, and many other dishes. Only $5.55. You can't beat it. That's 10:30 to 12:30 at the Far East Cafe. And that's actually the last official news here, but I would also like to take this opportunity to say thank you very much to the 93 family members and military members with 5 pets that came through our NEO exercise last week. That was a wonderful increase in numbers. We only had 14 participate in the first NEO exercise that we did, and to nearly reach my goal of 100, that was awesome. I just want everybody to know the next NEO exercise, I'm going to be asking for 300 volunteers. That's right, 300 volunteers is what I'm going to be shooting for. So please help us, help you, and help us learn where our strengths and weaknesses are so that we can actually be productive during a real emergency.
well, with the NEO exercises too, Master Chief, is the opportunity for our residents to practice this themselves. It's not just us
Right.
practicing it, but they'll know what to expect. They'll know what to bring, what's required, all that stuff. And so, if something like that actually happens, they themselves are prepared. It's kind of like going flying or going and doing any type of
Right.
other drill or exercise. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And so, having your paperwork ready to go and knowing what to expect for your family and your pets is extremely important. But I also have a couple BZs I'd like to throw out too. First of all, thanks to the entire NAF Atsugi community for helping out with Bonadori and America Fest. We had about somewhere between 17 and 20,000 people that came on board NAF Atsugi, and that's a pretty impressive feat, especially for the America Fest, because it was hotter than blazes out that day. But I think that we showcased Atsugi, and we definitely had a welcoming atmosphere, and people stuck around. I think people really enjoyed the dancing at the end, so I think that was fantastic and a great way to showcase our partnership with the local community. So thank you for all of that. The last one is probably something that I know everybody's excited about, and that's congratulations to the CPO Selects. 19 here on NAF Atsugi, and we had 8, I believe, from CBW5 that are still at sea.
There's 9 that's still
9.
at sea. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. They had 11 total, and 9 of them are deployed, and 2 of them are actually here, going through with us here
Great.
at Naval Air Facility.
Outstanding. Well, that's a great career milestone, and I just want to say congratulations to everybody, and looking forward to the pinning that's coming up on the 16th of next week, or next month.
It is, and
It's
if
not next week, sorry.
They wish it was next week. If I may, on that CPO 365 Phase 2 note, every year I just can't get it right. I really can't. I get ice complaints when the chief selects are running in formation and they're singing because it bothers people, and I get ice complaints from people because they don't hear it enough. I have to strike a balance, so I will keep the CPO Selects running through the industrial areas. We are not going to go through family housing, so I guess just get ready to send your ICE comments in to me and tell me that you wanted to hear them. But I'd rather get that ICE comment than the ICE comment saying that I woke you up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I woke your 3-month-old baby up at 6 o'clock in the morning and then they didn't go back to sleep. So please just accept my apologies in advance, because I know I'm not going to be able to satisfy everyone's desires.
Well, with that, though, Master Chief, we're one of the few bases in the Navy that has all of our residents that live on board the base, and this is something that all the bases do.
Right.
But because of our unique situation overseas, we've actually got people that have the opportunity to see this and participate in it and be part of the CPO 365 Phase 2 as these first-class petty officers become chief petty officers.
Right.
And this is part of our naval culture, part of our naval traditions, and I would ask you to take a look at it the other direction and embrace it, and how special this truly is with somebody making CPO, because that's a once-in-a-career opportunity that is very unique, and it's unique amongst all the services. The Navy does it completely different than anybody else does. So I would recommend people revel in it instead of shirk away from it or be displeased by it. It's only a month, and it's not going to be every single day, so let's have some fun with it.
Thank you very much, Skipper. We really do appreciate your support.
Yep. Well, I think that's all we've got for the news articles this week, but we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to our Sailor of the Week.
Got kiddos you love but need a break from? Just sign up for this Parents' Day Out the end of August. You can cancel up to the Tuesday before for this special weekend childcare. Atsugi's CDC takes good care of your little ones and gives you some independence this deployment season with this offering that's part of the Navy's Give Parents a Break program. Ages 6 weeks to 12 years old are eligible, and it's $4 per hour per child. Food is served if needed. Just hit up Central Registration and get ready to enjoy your day out. Even just a couple hours could do the trick for your errand running or sanity. Enjoy the Sesame Street USO experience for military families. On Wednesday, August 19 at Ranger Gym, there will be 2 special shows put on. The 2 p.m. Moving Show features Katie, a military kid on Sesame Street who's moving to a new base. The 4:30 p.m. Transition Show features Katie transitioning back to civilian life at Sesame Street after living on military bases the past few years. Come join us for this exciting visit by the characters of Sesame Street. The annual end-of-summer family pool party will be held Saturday, August 22 from 4 to 9 p.m. at the outdoor pool. Entry is free, of course, and there will be food, music, giveaways, and more, including access to that great slide. Cool off as we wind down this summer.
All right, and we're back this week at PSD with PS2 Brooks. So, where are you from in the States?
I'm from Michigan, sir.
Michigan, Upper Peninsula or Lower Peninsula?
Close to the UP, not so much up there. You know, we consider ourselves almost Canadians, but still in the U.S. Yes.
Oh yeah, okay. This is not your first duty station.
This is not.
Where was your first duty station?
I was in Naples, Italy for 3 years, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you went here?
And then I went here.
Overseas. Wow.
Overseas.
So, how's Japan and Italy compared?
They are black and white, completely different. Anything from the culture to the food to the people, completely different.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a little bit of both. You know, I like both, and get the best of both worlds to experience it one at a time, and it's been very good. Navy's treated me well so far.
That's outstanding. So, as a PS, I know you're working over here in physical. Notice the cage. I don't know if you guys can see this or not.
Yes.
So tell me what happens in your office.
Well, I'm actually the deputy dispersing officer for Atsugi, Japan. So at each PSD location, they have 1 or 2 DDOs, and I'm currently one of them. And I deal with anything from actual dispersing payments, so those happy travel claims and TLA payments that go straight to your account, they actually get released by myself. And then anything from members who actually have to pay their rent on base, they come to me to pay, or those happy unfortunate damages to their housing quarters, they have to come and pay me, so I'm not always the favorite person on base, but that is my primary job.
So that isn't where you started at in Naples, right? You started as...
I started as a clerk in Naples, and then I actually did work at a cash cage as well in Naples, and I liked it so much that I've just continued doing it so far, so
Okay.
yes.
So if you were talking to somebody back home and they said, so what do you like about your job? What would make me want to be a PS in the future? What would you say to that individual?
Well, I think if you're a people person, we deal with people all day long, not always the happiest people, but people in general. And then anything to do with money and crunching those numbers, that's PS life for you. So if you like any of those attributes of life, then PS is for you, sir.
All right. Well, maybe on my second round through the Navy, I might join PS. We'll have to see.
There you go.
Well, I think anytime you deal with money, you deal with emotions. And a lot of times our customer base that comes here is dealing more from emotions than any
Very
other
much so.
perspective.
Yes, Master Chief.
I think you're probably right. So is there anybody out there you'd like to say hi to or give a shout out to?
Oh, I just want to shout out to my dogs and my mom and dad and brothers.
All right, so the dogs, are they gonna watch this?
They probably will. They're almost human, Master Chief.
Oh,
Yes.
really? So, I'm not gonna go there.
I think what we should do is move on to our areas of concern for this week. And
Well,
keep
actually,
ourselves
before we move on to the areas of concern, I would also like to just point out that Professor Brooks, she was the inaugural participant in my CMC Shadow program, and she did an outstanding job. When she shadowed me for a day, saw what my job was like day to day, and I think that it provided her with another perspective of what leadership does for our sailors on a routine basis.
Outstanding.
Absolutely, I agree. It was a great experience. Thank you, Master Chief.
Awesome. Would you recommend it to other young sailors?
Yes, I did not know such an opportunity existed. I'm honored to have spent the day with you. I wish it could have been a whole week. I would recommend it to any other sailors if opportunity given.
All right, well, thank you. So, concerns.
All right, on to concerns.
On to concerns. So this comes to us from a patron of our library wanting to know why we have Open Office instead of Microsoft Office on our computers in the library. But I would also say that this goes beyond just the library. It also goes on to all of our other quality of life computer products on the base.
Well, honestly, bottom line is we don't have the license and we can't afford it right now. But that being said, we have checked with regions to see what they can do to try to help us out. It's residing with them, but like I said, we don't have the funds to install Microsoft Office on everybody's computers. But there are other options out there.
Yep.
There's something called the HUP program, Home User Program, where you can go
Yes,
and
sir.
buy Microsoft Office for, I think it's around $10.
Yes, sir. It's $10 for Microsoft Office for Windows, and for those Mac users out there, you can get the latest version of Mac as well.
Yep. So for $10, you can buy something that costs an awful lot of money, and that's not a whole lot to put down for something that you should be able to transport from this computer to upgrading to other computers in the future. You have to make sure you're watching your licenses and stuff like that, so you
Right.
don't fall into a problem with that. But your IT professional at your unit should be able to help you with where you can go to download it and what the access code is to do that. So that would be
Right.
my suggestion.
Yes, sir. And that's actually very easy. All you got to do is go to the Microsoft Home User Program website, which your IT will have the link to, and then register with the command email address, and then Microsoft will send you an email back. You click on that there, and that's what validates that you're authorized, authorized a home user program license. Pay the $10, download it, get your license via email,
And you're good to go.
and it happens just like that.
Yep. So if you have a computer, that's awesome. If you don't, then we're still working on trying to get something from Region. But those are some suggestions that we have for you right now.
Yes, sir. That's actually the only concern we have for this week, sir.
Outstanding. Well, how about if we get into some BZs? You want to help us with those?
Absolutely, sir.
Okay.
All right.
All right, first one we have is Bomber's Fresh Mix. We have outstanding customer service. We also have the Enlisted Club over at Trilogy. The 90s party turned out to be a great event. Continuing Trilogy comments, we have the young women and gentlemen that helped were amazing. They were very attentive, friendly, and overall service was awesome. Over at Halsey Gym, someone wants to personally thank Mike and Harry at Halsey Gym. They're always great. And CrossFitters with a smile and friendly exchange. NGIS has gone above and beyond with their attention to detail. The rooms are well kept and met all of their needs. Staff actually stands up to speak with you at the front desk, and if they don't know the answer to your question, they will write it down and get back to you in a timely manner, which is very, very important. Over at the library, everyone at the library is very friendly and a great resource for reading visual materials and activities. Over at the CDC, Infinite Rooms 1 and 2 have always done great with my son. The central registration appointment desk and the front desk are also very sweet each time we visit. Thank you. Family Housing, Bravo Zulu to Housing Director Ron Singer and his wonderful staff. They are patient and attentive and work quickly to address areas of concern. Thank you, Ron Singer. And the last one here we have today is Environmental Service Provider. I wanted to say that I'm very pleased with the assistance provided by Public Works and Pest Control specifically. Every time I call about poisonous centipedes, Public Works Pest Control has promptly come to spray. This is very helpful for my animals and peace of mind. Thank you.
Well, great. Thank you for reading those. It's also nice to hear from our community for some people that don't always get BZs, like
Right.
housing. Like I said earlier in the show, we're one of the few places that actually has a housing that
Right.
is run on base. It's not privatized. And I don't know of another place where you're able to get your housing, get stick furniture, get temporary dishes, pots and pans and stuff like that,
Right.
so you can be up and working in your house and make it into a house right before you get all your stuff to make it into a home. So those people work extremely hard to try to make sure that you're accommodated and that your living quarters are good to go.
They do, and a lot of times they get housing is another one of those areas like PSD where emotions get involved.
Yep.
And the realities are that we are living in a more fiscally stringent environment right now than we've had in the past, and we're charged with enforcing some very I'll just be blunt about it, unpopular rules.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're all charged here with being good stewards of the resources that we have been given, and part of that is actually implementing some unpopular policies.
Yep, exactly. Part of that has to do with the request for living off base.
Yes,
If
sir.
you have any questions with that, housing can help you with that as well. But that's something that we're charged with. When we've got
Right.
rooms that go empty, we're spending somewhere close to $30,000 for an unoccupied apartment or room on the base, and that's
Right.
just not the way to be fiscally responsible. But also recognized a lot of people in here from Trilogy. Thank you all for the community coming out and supporting that. I've dined over there several times, and it's awesome. Appreciate everybody's patience as we got that facility back up again. And I think it's a place where a lot of people want to go. Whenever I'm in there with somebody who hasn't been there before, they just kind of, wow, and they look around and they see how nice it is from what it had been before. So I'm glad that we have that available for everybody on the facility to use.
Well, absolutely. Last night I ate at the Mongolian barbecue, and last week I ate at the Mongolian on Monday. And last night was kind of interesting because my wife and I, we ended up with the exact same weight for our meal, which is ironic because I went running back and said, "Oh, I forgot something," and the staff was amazed that we were able to exact same price with completely different stuff in our bowls.
Did you guess the right price?
No, I did not. I was 40 some cents off.
Still close.
Yes.
Guess you got to go back and keep on practicing, Master.
Well, absolutely. But the whole point for all of that there is the Mongolian. It's pretty good. Make sure you go out and try it.
Don't forget about brunch on Sundays. So anyway, I think we need to wrap it up for this week. We could keep on chattering, but thank you very much for all you do. I appreciate all the hard work that everybody out there who's viewing us provides every week. So anyway, I think we should sign off for this week, and we'll talk to you in a couple weeks.
Yes, sir.